Hey guys. Okay, today we are going to do what we did, what I ate, what I wore, and what I bought in Orlando, Florida. And I've got this bag behind me because I wanted to show it to you. So, okay, I was trying to think when I was getting ready today, what are my overarching messages that kind of run through this vlog and this week? Because we had some high highs and then we had some low lows. But I think that that's expected on any, when you're flying and you're vacationing for a week with 6 people. It was John and I, Brooke and her boyfriend Bryce, and Will and his best friend Wes. So we stayed at, oh, I'll get to all of that in a minute, but I wanted to go ahead and show you the bag that I decided to take. This is an older bag. It's a Chanel 22 medium. It was a special edition. When this whole print came out, I don't know if you remember, they had pants and everything. And we were living in the rental house. And things like this are special to me. John and I were laying in bed watching TV. And my rep at the time, Barbara, sent a picture of this to me. And John instantly said, "Oh, that's really cool. You got to get that." And I did. And I still to this day, nothing is better than when he picks something out for me or when he really loves something. And that's going to play into this little video too. So I'm going to put this up. I'm still using it. Okay. So we're going to do like normal and go right through my timeline. Okay. One thing that needs to be said is I knew this was not like my vacation. This was all for the family and for the kids. Last year when we went to Universal, Will still wanted to do so many things, and so we planned this a couple of months ago. And we knew we wanted to stay at Hard Rock because we wanted to stay somewhere right at the park. And so I was working right up till we left. Matter of fact, the day we left, that is when I did the video that was styling jeans like a model off duty, styling black jeans. I'll put that up here. And so I took that little bit of work with me to do. It was 2 videos. And, John and I had said, this isn't for us. This is for them. We're going to enjoy it. So we did. And okay, so let's just start out with, so I did not even pack until after I did that video. And okay, so here I am packing for Will. Yes, I do still pack for him. I am that mom. I'm such a mix of not a helicopter mom and not a hands-on, just do everything for them mom and want to do so much. So especially for him, I wanted to make sure he had every outfit. And so here's the bag I took. Here we are in John's truck headed out, and I'm actually wearing the same jeans from Gap and the same My Perfect or Perfect White tee from that video. And I'm wearing this blazer that I just got before I left. And I think I showed it in one of the looks, you guys. One of my all-time best purchases ever. You will see me wear this blazer in every single photo because it is so daggone humid and hot there that every place was freezing, freezing. So what makes this special, it's tote, and I got it from the Outnet. And you get things that are really high end and expensive there for a lot less. And I didn't even know it when I ordered it, but it's linen. And then the inside of the sleeves are lined in this really silky satin. So it's very, very drapey and comfortable. I mean, you could sleep in this blazer. So it is the perfect travel blazer. Now, I don't know if it's going to be perfect for the dead of winter or, going into the fall because it is linen. And I mean, you can tell when you look at it, but it was perfect for this trip. Okay, so here we are at the airport, and this is hilarious. Will took my airport pictures because Brooke's boyfriend told me this. I didn't realize that our airport here is the fastest growing airport in the nation. They keep adding new airlines, and now John couldn't drop me off at the building. There is this really long walkway all the way out to one of the furthest parking lots that we had to walk out to. So he had to drop me off and then go park the truck for, the extended stay. Okay, so my outfit was those Gap jeans, that perfect white tee, this jacket, my Chanel sandals that are so comfortable. I mean, they don't sell them anymore. That's the thing with like Chanel sandals and a lot of their bags and their jewelry. It's seasonal. They never make it again. I'm sure they'll make something similar, but these have the chain and the pearls. They're gorgeous. So my Luca duffel, and this is my Quince suitcase. So what are my thoughts on the Quince suitcase? This one rolls like you could just jump on this suitcase. This is the large, and just, probably could have just ridden it all the way up to the building. It rolls like none other. I mean, it just spins, rolls so good. I love the zipper, and I love where the zipper kind of snaps and locks in. The handle goes up good, everything. The only thing that was a little kind of like cheap that I felt, which John said I was being overcritical, but I was comparing it to my BEIS. I guess that's base luggage, my pink one. The inside, like that nylon-y stuff was like bubbling up, and it wasn't quite as slick and thick and nice on the inside, but it's much, much, much less. And it was really good. Matter of fact, when I was packing to come back, I had more appreciation for it and it seemed better. So maybe it was because it was the first time I had ever packed in it. And let's see, those sunglasses are old Quay Paris Hilton collaboration sunglasses called Still Rich, if you want to look for them. I'm not going to be able to show a lot of pictures because Will's friend did not really want his picture taken that much. And out of respect for him and his parents and everything, I'm not going to show the pictures. But we got to the airport at 2:24. This is my outfit. And we could not believe how crazy busy it was. We have never seen it so busy. And I kept thinking, I guess it's because it's the afternoon. It was Sunday. And, I'm used to going in early. I usually get the earliest flight anywhere I can go. And then we heard them call a flight to Iceland. And that must have been a huge plane because so many people were getting on the plane and it kind of cleared out. We were flying a new airline. Last time we went, we flew Avelo, which was a new airline that has a straight flight to Orlando. This time we flew Breeze. We got, first class for everyone. And, oh my God, okay, I'm starting to remember the flight now. Beautiful plane, really nice staff, everything. Got on the plane and it was thunderstorming in Wilmington. Lightning, summer storm, everything. So they could not even load our luggage. We sat on the plane. I don't even know how long, you guys. Probably, I'll look when I get on the plane. Oh, yeah. Okay. So I'm on the plane at 3:18. Yeah, I think it was supposed to take off at 3:30. I also brought new headphones this time. Bose reached out to me and asked if they could send me one of their products. And if you're like me around my age, do you remember, like, did your dad have the whole big sound system and the Bose speakers and all of that stuff? Mine did. So I wanted to just show you how pretty this is. Look at that. It's gorgeous. And these are much less expensive than the Apple. And what a great gift. That's the main reason I wanted to show you because I've had these for a few months. If you are looking for a gift for like your daughter's boyfriend, your son-in-law, your uncle, anyone, they would appreciate these headphones. They were so good and so beautiful. Now, I think that they were just as good as they were easy to hook up, just as good as the Apple. To me, they didn't have quite as much cancellation, but it's like I would have to take each one off and put the other one back on. But felt good, looked good, all of the things. I love it. So, and a couple of probably half as much, couple $100 at least, half as much as the other ones. So I thought that was a really good. I loved how pretty they are. Okay, so we're on the flight. It's 3:38, and here we are about to land. The sky was so pretty, and it is 5:32. Then it was storming on the ground there. So we had to circle, zigzag, he said, and wait to land. And then we had to wait until the storm left. Okay, that is an overarching message for sure, is rain and storms, rain and storms. So then we had to wait to even get to our spot and for them to unload our luggage. So let's just say it was kind of a taxing flight. because I wasn't expecting it to be, over, let's see. Yeah. Okay. Here's 5:40 coming in. So we did not get to the airport until 6:25. Here we are at the airport. And so, yeah, 3 hours instead of one, like we were expecting. Okay. And then we have to get on the little train thing, and then we have to wait for our luggage. That Breeze Airlines was much less expensive than like Delta or American, and we were able to all get 2 pieces of luggage checked in. I don't know if that came with first class or what it was. Okay, so here we are arriving at the Universal Orlando Resort. It's the Hard Rock Hotel. And let's see what time it is here, 7:24. So we had been flying or in the airport all day. And so John got us checked in, and Will always wanted to go back to the chocolate Emporium. So we set out that night to go, and here we are getting there at 8:30. Once we had 3 rooms, Brooke and her boyfriend, Will and his friend, and then John and I. And then they were all like Will's and Wes's and ours actually just had the door dividing it, and then Brooke was across the hall, which was so good. That really worked out well. And so here we are at the Universal, and this is what I got. I got the bacon cheeseburger. It was a cheeseburger with some type of pork. I mean, it wasn't just bacon. It was something else. And I got a fried egg on top. And then I was going to eat the top of this pizza, but Will ate the whole thing, so I gave it back to him. And then this is their dessert that they got and shared. It was a s'mores big ice cream thing. Okay, so here is one of the lows. We're waiting. No, we get through eating. Will and Wes leave. Brooke and Bryce leave. We're paying the tab, and they both text us and say, it's raining, it's storming. And I thought, okay, whatever. Well, a little something I skipped is when we were going through the Wilmington airport, one of the girls in TSA that was checking me through was a good childhood friend of mine. And she said, can you believe all the people our age that are passing away lately? And I was like, oh my God, who? And so she names off one guy who got killed. He was riding his e-bike and ran into a deer. One guy had heart issues, and then another guy got hit by lightning. And so I had that in my mind. I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't know any of that. And so we get through eating, we go downstairs, and it is pouring down rain. Okay, not just raining, pouring down rain, lightning bolts going across the sky, thundering, just everything. So I see people going over to like the gift side, and they're getting ponchos. Okay, meanwhile, I am wearing those Chanel sandals that were crazy expensive. And I really, really like. It would be one thing if I didn't really, really like them, but I really, really liked them. Very comfortable, just like the perfect shoe. And I had that Chanel bag that is not even leather. It's like a silky fabric. And I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? So I went over, asked, they were like $13. I got 2 ponchos. I asked for a bag. I put my handbag and my shoes in this bag. And you're going to think I'm crazy, but we left there and I was barefooted with those jeans on. Here is just a look of what it looked like. And all I could think about is the lightning. Because if it was just regular raining with no lightning, I could have just sucked it up. I could have just said, who cares? I'm just going to get wet. I'll, get in the shower when I get home. It was just thunderstorming. And I'm used to that. It does that a lot here in the summer, especially when I would be down at the beach staying with my grandmother. But it would be so quick that we would just kind of wait it out. We wouldn't even go to our room. We would just wait it out and then get back in the water. I wasn't used to one lasting so long. So this is one of our lows. I'm so I took these pictures because at this moment I was so tired. John was tired. The kids were so excited. And yes, I still call them kids, even though they're 21 and 25. And I just thought to myself, okay, you're going to get through this. This is not for you. But I was just dreading the rest of the week. I just felt that feeling. And I was not in a good mood when we were walking home. It was so dark, all the things. But okay, so get home. I told John, this is how bad of a mood I was in. I said, throw those jeans away. They were soaking wet all the way up past the knees. And I just had it. I'm just not, even as a child, I was not a theme park kind of girl. I've never liked stuff like that. And I just thought, oh my gosh, this is going to be terrible because I knew we were going to Epic, the new theme park, the next day. So we get up. They had the best restaurant there. They had a guy making omelets or your eggs any way you wanted. So every morning I had the best breakfast. And that is, when you're a carnivore like me, that is a saving grace because you can deal with the rest of the day, like not being able to maybe have to grab a hot dog somewhere, eat the top of a pizza, just eat a piece of cheese or something if you've had that good breakfast. So I have to say their breakfast was delicious. Here I am sitting outside. Another thing about me, and you know this already, is I like to, I guess I'm just so daggone boring, but I really like to kind of sit around when I'm on a vacation of any event. I kind of like to take in the hotel, take in the trees, the foliage, the birds, everything. So here I am just kind of taking it in. And I hope you can see these cute little fat finches, these birds sitting on this light. They were precious. All the foliage and palm trees, just beautiful. And the pool was beautiful. I really did. The pool was gorgeous. Here's John kick back. Okay, now, what day is this? Monday. We had gotten rained on so much. And you guys know I have had extensions, the tape in extensions. Well, right before I left, not even right before, days before I left, one of my extensions came out when I was doing my blowout. And Morgan couldn't get me in. And then she said that, well, yada, yada, just a bunch of things. Then I texted her the day before we left. Could she get me in? And she couldn't get me in. So that is one of the big downfalls of having tape-in extensions is they do come out easily. And that's good in a way that you'll hear in the future, but then it can be bad. And I'd already, it takes so much time for me to drive all the way out to where she works. And then, she's getting harder and harder to get in with. And it just takes up a lot of time. So I'd already been thinking, and noticing that my hair had gotten so much thicker and everything. And I was like, I think I might take my extensions out. Well, okay, so let me back up. We went to, here we are sitting that morning. We're waiting for everybody. They had this cool place called the Marketplace inside the hotel that made the most delicious pizzas. I just ate the top of it, but still so good. Drinks, muffins, donuts, everything. And then the restaurant was called The Kitchen. Here's Nicki Minaj's like bra or bustier or whatever. So of course, and here's Smashing Pumpkins. I loved like all of the artwork and the music and everything going on the whole time. We loved the Hard Rock Hotel. Okay, so here we are leaving, getting on the shuttle at, let's see, and I apologize, I'm not going to be able to show you as many pictures because I want to be respectful, but we're 11:09, we're getting on the shuttle headed toward Epic. And so we get there and it was really nice. It was epic. Okay, so what I'm wearing, it was so hot. I'm wearing just my hair back in a ponytail. I could not find them. I think they might be tucked in my bag or something, but the earrings I just showed you from Sheila Flagel that have the big, like, round thing on the bottom. I love those and they're super, super light. And then I've got on one of those airy Skims look-alike dresses. And so we went through the whole Mario. Here's Brooke and her boyfriend, Bryce. We love him. He's good as he's basically our son-in-law. And then, so we're going all around. We go up, go into this Mario stuff. You guys, I'm not Mario savvy. I only know what, my kids talk about. Here's Brooke and Bryce. They had a blast the whole time. And then John and I left there and kind of walked around and I met one of my subscribers there. Her husband recognized me. That is so special to me. Please, if you see me, please speak to me because it makes it just so special. and her name was Brandy. And I deeply regret not getting a picture. When we walked away, John said, you should have gotten a picture. And I said, I know, I just got nervous. I was surprised that I saw someone there. So here we are back on the shuttle at 12:16. So we did not stay very long. We knew we weren't going to stay very long. And I had work to do. I needed to post a video that night, which was the lipstick video. And I already had done it and had it edited, but I had to do all the links. Matter of fact, I worked on that morning, and I had to do the thumbnail and just do all the work for that. And so here are some things from our room. They had like records on the wall. Here are the shoes I took. So I took my Chanel sandals that you saw. I took my Gucci Princetown Cinderella shoes, best shoes ever. So comfortable. My Dolce & Gabbana Havaianas from last year. This year's they had fur on them. And then my regular Havaianas. And here's the mirror that was in there, and it was showing like all the famous people's height and everything. And then here's a picture that Brooke sent me where they're on some type of roller coaster. Okay, so, and then here we are later sitting downstairs, and this is yet another piece of my weave, my extensions. And I thought to myself, I am going to take this sucker out tonight. And I proceeded to do so. So here the first pieces are that I took out. Okay, that night we went down to the kitchen, the kitchen restaurant, and I got a burger with an egg. It was not that good. The burger was overcooked. The fried egg was so cooked it wasn't even, if you like fried eggs, you know what I mean. It wasn't that good. Okay, I'm showing you here. I wore my Cocoa Crush Chanel ring with diamonds that John and I got last year in Palm Beach at Chanel. Nail polish, Cajun shrimp. Okay, so here is my burger, and I did get grilled shrimp on the side, and they were really, really good. So I can't complain because I was full. Here's a picture of the restaurant, and here's a picture of Brooke. Okay, so that night I sat there and took out every single extension. I used a little bit of oil when I did it, but I will admit a lot of the glue was left in my hair, but I knew that I could either get Brooke or my mom to help me get it out. That will come later. And here is a picture of me that night taking a glorious shower without my extensions. Okay, so I'll go ahead and show it to you now. So here is my hair without the extensions. So you can see how much this has grown out. And if you're new here or you don't remember me complaining for the past year and a half, I lost, you guys, I will bet I lost 80% of my hair. I don't know. I wish I knew. And it's been very, very traumatic. Imagine if you had great big muscles that you had earned and worked for 5 years. And everywhere you went, someone said to you, oh my gosh, you're so muscular. How did you get that way? What do you eat? What do you use? And then all of a sudden, it's like the Nutty Professor. You lose them all. You don't know what happened, and you didn't do anything different. You're still doing all the same things, and then all your muscles are gone. That's like how it was. I mean, it was just like it fell out probably over a year, and I started seeing like all the new growth, and now all the new growth has just gotten. It's basically all my new growth is basically this long, so it's just as thick now, like up here, but not at the bottom. And you're probably thinking, well, why don't I cut it off? I'm going to explain that in a minute. So here I am, and the feeling I feel now is so liberated. I feel so, this is like a big moment that I want you to share with me. I feel like I could cry because I feel like it's finally getting to the point where I don't need the extensions. I don't have to go get it blown out and maintenance every week. Matter of fact, I'm going to probably try to find a new hair salon so that I don't have to go so far, because just to get to my old hair salon was 45 minutes. And then if something happened, it would wreck half a day. And my time is very, very valuable. And it would come to the point where if I had to get my hair done, it would almost mess up the whole day. And I'm just ready for a new chapter, if you know what I mean. And so I felt so good. But this is the big but. I don't see how anyone ever has good hair in Florida. It rains every day. And I know it's like their rainy season. It is so humid. And I know it's humid here in Wilmington, but there's something different there. And so the next morning, I get up and I fix my hair, and here I am, and I'm thinking, "Oh my god, it's not that bad. I like it." And I'm taking pictures. Here it is from the side, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I like it." And here's all my extensions that I took out, and here I am in the air or in the matter of fact, I think I got up early before John that morning. Yeah, because it's only 6:55 and the restaurant didn't even open until 7. So I'm going down by myself. And I'm just thinking, "Oh, this is great. Here's my breakfast." And then frizz. I'm not even frizz, like off the charts frizz. And this little outfit is this blazer, and it's my go-to, don't ever want to be without, hope they make it again, Aritzia. It was their summer weight sweat fleece pants and then a short sleeve little sweatshirt. And I knew this day, John and I were going to go. He had already planned to take me to the mall, to the Millennium Mall, and take me shopping. So I wore this just down for breakfast, but I changed into, and this was a disappointing thing. I thought I'm going to take all my Reformation dresses with me because I'd had them dry cleaned after New York. And then I thought, no, I'm just going to take the black one. So I took it with me. I was going to wear it to the mall that day, and I could not even button it. How did that dress shrink? I bet it shrank 2 sizes at the dry cleaners. It was so disappointing. So I ended up having to wear another one of those. I took 2 of them with me because I bought 4. Just my go-to airy long black dress. And I put this over it, and you'll see I put my hair in a ponytail. That is the reason that I don't want to cut off all my hair yet, because I realize I'm still on a hair growth journey. And I want to be able to wear it in a ponytail and in a little bun or a slick back bun. And I want as much hair back there as I have. And the ultimate goal is for it to just grow, 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 grow. So what I'm going to do is every like 6 weeks or so, get a slight little trim, slight little trim, slight little trim until it all catches up, and then just let it all grow. That is what I'm going to do. So be patient with me. But the exciting news is I am going to really, I'm doing it. I'm doing the full on slick back bun. You will see I'm doing the full on hair accessories, hats, everything. And I'm pretty excited about it. So here we are first in Louis Vuitton. Here's my whole outfit. So it's my bag, Chanel shoes that I was so thankful I didn't ruin, and this blazer, which is a lifesaver. And I'm just leaving like my front pieces out. Look how frizzy they're getting. And I had a silk black scrunchie. And I loved these little shoes at Louis Vuitton, both the cow and the leopard, and these little sparkly shoes. And then I looked all around, and this was an area that was kind of like when we were in Atlanta. And so I sat down for a little bit, and I fully take advantage of when they say, "Would you like some water?" I say, "Yes." And so I think I was just sitting here drinking my water and just kind of taking it all in. And I was feeling good. I was feeling good. The hair is a big moment. And this mall is beautiful. It is a really good mall. And this was the plan, because Brooke had someone, and her roommate and best friend and her family were there. They had gone a couple of days before and are still there. But because Will had someone and because Brooke had someone, we just let them run free. And I was telling friends, it was almost like a series of bargain White Lotus, because I would be like, John and I would walk into one of the little stores, and there's Will and Wes, getting pizza. And then I would be on a balcony looking over, and there's Brooke and her boyfriend at the pool. And then one day I was walking down, and I passed Will in his bathing suit coming back from the pool. It was really cool because we were so close we felt good about letting them just stay in touch and just ride I did not want to hear one thing that they missed doing. And so that's what they did every single day. So it was just John and I this day. Okay, this Louis Vuitton. Okay, if you are in the market for a fabulous, versatile, user friendly, not crazy, crazy expensive bag, get this. It's still on my mind. It's got black leather woven into that chain, and it looks like you do this to open it, but it's just the look. It's just a magnet. You open it and it's a flap. It's kind of like a Louis Vuitton Chanel flap, little bit of touch of boy bag. And I tried it on, see how it even has the metal at the bottom. And, John and I both liked it. You can do it on your shoulder or you can do it crossbody. I think it's called the trunky. And so I kind of put that beautiful chain, I put that in my mind. Then we went to Chanel and I asked her, did she have any totes? And she had this one I didn't like. I just don't like that. Whatever that new leather they're doing, I don't like it at all. And then here's the Chanel water. I'm telling you, I drink the water at every place. Then we went to Dior. Here's one of their books. I love that. Okay, and here we are, my favorite store we went to, YSL. I had things on my mind that I wanted to look at. And in Saint Laurent, I wanted to look at loafers. So here I am shopping and looking around, and John is sitting here and he took some pictures of me. And so let me show you what I got there. Okay, what's the best way to do this? First, I'll show you the shoes. I did not plan on getting this type of loafer. I had seen the regular one that was like a shiny loafer with this kind of moccasin top. I think that makes a big deal. I think this is like extra chic. And then I saw these. I tried them both on, and when I put these on, it felt like I could just walk right out of the store. She said, do you want to wear them out? I said, no, that's just how they feel. They felt like they were already my shoes. That's how they felt. And I loved them. So they also wanted to show you, they have that little YSL right there, but it's not even on the other one. So if you're someone that doesn't really like labels and bling bling like I do, I really do. I think I'm going to do, my friend Tracy and I have been talking about how we are such a mix of capsule wardrobe and then anti-capsule wardrobe. It's like I like a capsule look and then I like something crazy with it, just like a splash of something crazy. And so this, is just a little bit of crazy, but a little bit of the capsule. Okay, I'll be right back. Let me stand up. Okay, I was really not really planning on wearing these shoes with these jeans. I'm going to wear these jeans with boots, but I also, matter of fact, when John took those pictures, I was looking at their denim because I already knew I've got a regular pair of Saint Laurent jeans, and I love them. And I'm on the biggest black denim kick. So I tried on all three styles, and this is the one I liked the best. I believe it's just a straight leg with buttons. And here's my belly button. I'm thinking it's kind of like a mid-rise. It is so hard to tell them apart. I'm going to list the exact numbers down below. And then these are the shoes. So let me show you the shoes with the jeans up. It's very hard to do this, but I love how they're just perfect. Sorry, I promise I'll be wearing these soon. I plan on wearing these with like a straight leg or maybe those Quince jeans that go out or your shoe shows. With these, that's what I'm going to wear the shoes with. Okay, with these jeans, I'm going to wear my boots. And so when you'll see when you're wearing a boot, it's going to kind of like puddle on the floor. Maybe I'll try a boot on with these and then put that in here. Okay, so I got these and then I got the shoes. And then I told John, I said, this is like Atlanta, John. Remember when he took me shopping in Atlanta? That's what he did. This was Florida, John. I was looking. Here they are. Okay. Here's the earrings I took with me. I took these real gold hoops that I've had since way before YouTube. I've had those since I was 25, I think. And then these are the earrings I've been wearing from Sheila Fajl. light as a feather. But then I saw, sorry, my boxes are all mixed up. I saw another pair. Oh, I bet they're in here. Yes. Look at these, you guys. These are the most fabulous earrings I think I've ever had. You'll see me wearing them later. Okay, are they heavy? They are heavier than these, but they are not heavy. These are just the average, not heavy. These are like hollow. I mean, that's what Sheila's known for. I wore these all day on the next day and loved them. They are just this. I thought after I got these, I thought I am going to wear my hair in a slick back bun every day or a ponytail. I mean, that's how much I love these. So I got these and then I got, let me see. Yeah, okay. These are if those are too big, but these are equally classic and fabulous. Like this reminds me of old school, like vintage YSL. Have the tag on it. I haven't worn these yet. Okay, so let's put them on. That's what I was waiting on. I don't have any earrings. I don't want to put these on. Oh my goodness. So pretty. And these are really nice feeling, like the ideal diamonds. Like you're not scared you're going to bend the back, and they have that initial like snap that kind of locks them in place. I mean, they should because they're expensive, but I just know I'll have these forever. Okay, I'm hoping I can get this tag off. Yes, I did. Okay, so here's the other one. I see a lot of places just sell one earring. I haven't gotten into that yet. I can see it doing it with the diamonds a little bit, but not with something big like this. Okay, yeah, here we go. So again, here it is. And see how the post is in the middle? Okay, so here they are. Is that not fabulous? Okay. Okay, I love it. You know what I just realized, you guys? When the first store we went in was Louis Vuitton, and I got some lipsticks. So I'm going to show you those in a minute. I don't have as many pictures this time because I was kind of in the moment. Okay, another thing I got at St. Laurent, and there's the little thing there, is this scrunchie. Now, I'll cut this off, but I just thought that was so pretty and would look so good with like all of my all black looks because it matches my hair in the black. I love it. I'm kind of a scrunchy girl anyway because I'm a 90s girl. I remember wearing scrunchies all the time in my 20s. Okay, so now let's show you the lipsticks. The ones I got, I wanted to get something a little different after I looked at them because I had never really seen all of them up close. I got, it was the Satin 104 Beige Mochaccino. So I got to put it back in here to even turn it up. And honestly, he told me, it's a whole long story. I'm going to try to make this short. I got the wrong color in the wrong box, and he had told me that I could just get the lipstick and then I could put it in another one of my containers. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that because it took away like the specialness of the lipstick, and you cannot roll it up and use it at all until it's in this component here. So this is the beige mochaccino, and it's what I've got on today. And it is beautiful. I've got it on with one of my lip liners, my very favorite one. And so that's that. Then when I took the other one back, I thought, maybe I don't want that color because it still looked dark. And I thought, why am I getting a matte? And one of the girls that worked there, I asked what she had on, and it was this. And it's one of the Balms. So I decided just to get this. So we did go back to the mall the next day just to exchange these, and then you'll see what else. I'm trying to think, it's all running together. It's a blur. So this is it, and the color is it's the LV Balm Sheer Nude Poetry. No surprise there. And it actually has a lot of color. The coral one's really pretty too. So let me it feels good. It feels similar to a little teeny bit minty. It feels similar to the Dior balms and the YSL balms, but really pretty. Okay. Yeah, and a little bit more coral. On her, it looked brighter coral, but she was lighter complected than me. Then I thought, well, I might as well get a matte because I'm here because I wanted to try it for you guys. And this color, he said, was one of the best sellers. So here it is. It's matte. I wish I hadn't put that balm on so I could show you. But it's the Matte 105 Nude Necessaire. And I'm going to try it for you right here. So all, but see how you can't even, like it has to be in one of these components to roll down. And another thing is, you can't tell what color's what without taking this out, but these are pretty fabulous. They really are. I was looking at my lipstick the other day and I need to look up how much are Prada, how much are Hermes. I know that Hermes aren't as much, but then I have some other ones in there that are, so this is a lot, but a lot of them are. So that matte is really, really pretty. Okay, so let me pick up, gosh, I feel like I did so much right there with the YSL. Let me pick up after we left there, we went to Gucci. The regular Gucci store was closed and we had to go to another end. And here are the black sparkly loafers like my mules. And I can't decide, do I want those or I just every time I think about it, I say, no, I've already got the other ones. Okay. These earrings here, I wanted those so bad. They are like Tom Ford era 90s Gucci hoops, but they are heavy. I couldn't do it. These are the cuffs that I really like and I want, but I was trying not to burn John up too bad. And then here is the bracelet, which I love the bracelet, but I'm thinking now is really not bracelet season for me. So I was good. Here's John, bless his heart, carrying my bags. And then it was raining. We went down to get our Uber and it was pouring down rain. So we said, we might as well stay here. Is there anywhere else you want to go? And I thought about a hat that I saw on a girl in the video on one of those Milan on trend. And I thought, let's go back to, I told him, I said, let's go back to Dior. And so we did, and here we are. I haven't even opened it since we got home. Today is Sunday, and we got back late, late Thursday night. And so I've never gotten a hat from Dior or Chanel. I've gotten one from Gucci. So I didn't know what kind of box this was going to come in. It comes in this kind of box. And the first one I tried on was too big. And then they actually had a smaller one. So it is size 57 and it's just a simple. If you guys have been with me, you know this is one of my favorite style hats. I think it's called a fisherman's hat and it's perfect for now when I'll be wearing my hair up and like going to New York. I'm going to New York in a couple weeks and going in the wintertime and I just love it. So I love it and I think it's just so classic. Now, the one she had on in the picture, and they do have that, is with the net, like almost like a bridal veil net. I do think that is super cool, but I wanted something I could wear forever, or Brooke could wear if she wanted to, and was a little bit more versatile. So I thought this one was the best. Isn't that just so cool? Okay, going back, I've been all over the place. I think the earrings from YSL messed me up. Going back to the Gucci store, I have been kind of like in a tote bag frame of mind because I know I like that look. I know how much I love my YSL tote that I've been showing you guys. And I just know when I go, I'm looking forward to going to New York a lot this winter and fall. And I just know how much I love totes. So my friend Tracy has this one. And so I got it. Sassy has been laying on this like every day. But it is, I can't even remember what this is called now. It's Giglio. I can't remember. But okay, there's so much I want to say about this. First of all, classic. Will never go out of style. This is so classic Gucci. You could use this forever. So light. Like if I had not picked it up when when she came here, she was using it, I wouldn't believe how light it is. It just hooks together with a magnet and it has this in it. And it is in the low 2000s, which I know that's still a lot, but in the whole big world of tote bags and designer handbags, I know I've talked to a lot of people that like to stay in the twos. Or if you're wanting an introductory bag, or if you're a young mom that needs a good tote bag, I mean, this is fabulous. It is so good. Let me stand up here and show it to you. So like that. Oh, I love it. And I told the guy, I said, well, I wear a lot of black. And he said, I do too. And that's why I like it because it always looks so classic with black. And then he showed me one of their advertisements where the girl was wearing all black in this bag. And I was like, okay, that's it. They did make it in denim, and I would love to have gotten that, but they're sold out. So love this. Okay, so let's get back to this. I say that night, Tuesday night, I posted my video. Okay, another thing. Okay, it's called the Giglio Large Tote 2250. The hat is called the Dior Travel Cap. And the loafers is Le Loafer in shiny crease leather. Cassandra pendant hoops. This is where I sent it to my friend Kelly. And the Cassandra tassel earrings and the Cassandra scrunchie. And okay, so that night, gosh, they were all at the park. They were getting rained on. It was a whole thing. And here's Brooke and Bryce. Okay, the next day that we go to the mall to take back everything, here I am wearing this jacket. One of my favorite Amazon dresses is this leopard one. And it's because it is a very pretty leopard. It almost has like some blushy tones in it. It's silky. It's beautiful. And I put on my Gucci mules. I got the most compliments that day. From everywhere we went, I got compliments. Okay, here I am. Look at my hair. Just frizzy, crazy. Just, if I had to live there, I don't know how I would do my hair because it was just out of control. But no big deal. Okay, so we went back to the mall. Here are those earrings, my outfit. Okay, here John is. Okay, I did try on these cow print Vince sneakers, and they rubbed on the top of my toe, and I've learned I don't like that because I don't like to have to wear socks. And here's John waiting for me patiently. He did get a new pair of shoes, new pair of Hokas, and then here's the shoes. And then here I met another subscriber. She was on the way to get one of the Dior lipsticks that I showed. And her name, I believe, was, let me look in, Anya. Oh my goodness. I wish I would have written it down. I'm pretty sure it was Anya. But she squeezed me she hugged me so tight. It told John it made me feel so good. It was just fabulous. So thank you so much for stopping me. And okay, this is me in Chanel trying on that 5 ring again. I want that ring, but it is so expensive. And then their new watch. And then here we are headed back to the hotel. You know, I love palm tree reflections. And those earrings are fabulous. And okay, sitting out with John in the afternoon by the pool. Is that Snoop Dogg? I think it is. And then let's see, the last night we were there, we all met at Hard Rock Cafe. John made reservations. And so here is my meal. Of course, I did not eat the French fries or the slaw. They were beef ribs with no sauce. So good. And then here we all are. Then breakfast. My travel home outfit was that same Aritzia outfit and just my Havaiana flip-flops. And our flight, because we were flying that particular airline, we couldn't get a flight back until I think 6:30 or 7, but we had to be out of the hotel by 11. So we got, just for our room, we got late checkout until 2, and then we called the Uber. So we were at the airport almost all day. Then they delayed our flight. So, oh my gosh, I've got so many pictures. So we just sat in the airport for a long time. And then the cats stayed here, and we had my mom take care of them in the morning, and then a family friend take care of them in the afternoon. And both people, of course, my cats are used to. So, but I was still so ready to get back to them. So when we got home, Brooke and Bryce had driven her car, and then we took Will's friend home, and then we got home, and then here I am. I don't think I have anything. Oh, Friday, I had to get back to work, and I had already done the video for my black jeans, but I hadn't done the links or the thumbnail or anything. So I had to do that on Friday. And then yesterday, I just took a chill day, and Brooke and I went to the hair like supply place. She's got her license because she's an esthetician. And so I proceeded to take out all the glue, like workout. I did not even have like a little fine tooth comb. So yesterday I got all the glue out of my hair. I did a clear gloss over top of it. And then I got out, I have a plethora of really nice shampoo and conditioners that are like that reconstructing. So I got out the Shu Yumura shampoo and conditioner, and I got a bunch of new hair products, but I'll show you all that stuff on my Friday haul. So I'm feeling good. I feel like, it's got to grow, but I'm feeling like it's kind of like I mentally got over a little hump, and I'm looking forward to doing ponytails and updos because I don't want to have to wash it every night and I don't want to have to style it every day. So I'm going to have like 1 day of fresh hair and then like 2 days of either a bun, a claw clip, or a scrunchie or something like that. So stay with me, support me, please. Help me get through this time. And okay, so today, again, Cajun shrimp. I repainted them. Cajun shrimp's my favorite. And I think that's it. So thank you guys so much for being here. I forgot. Let me put in here one of the highs is when we went out to eat, and I love that picture that we took. Wes didn't want to be in it, Will's friend, and just all in all, such a good trip. I mean, there was sad news while we were away. There were rain delays and all of that stuff, but we all had such a good time. It was good for John and I to just be alone and talk more. And I had fun shopping. I told him he got 10 out of 10 for patience, daddy duty, husband, everything. So it was a great, great trip. So thank you for being here. I will list all of the links below and I'll see you soon. See you on Friday. Bye bye.